Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, The Silence and the Fury, where again, we find ourselves at a crossroads. I guess this is going to happen every time we complete a ritual, right? We got to figure out what direction does the new Herdstone go down in. We still have to wrap up the Heralds of Ariel. I think we're probably going to just have Morgur do that, because I really want to direct Torox toward the next major threat. We want to try to get this momentum rolling again. So, like, where is that? What do we want to do next? I am a little worried that the Witchwood is still not checked off here, even though we did, in fact, raise it. I don't know. We'll see. Keep in mind, this is still a pre-release build. This is not representative, necessarily, of the final content. There may be a bug or two here or there. So, Nagarond, of course, is up north. Hexoatl is just south of us, but it's through some other largish factions and also through a fair amount of ruined territory already. Altdorf's really far away. We could just strike out east. So this island here is Ulthuan. Lothern is right down here at the southern end of it. Maybe we could just go elf hunting. Now, you know what? Let's just press generally southward. There's a lot of stuff down there somewhere. We'll figure out a good thing to fight. So, because you have a shaman's flame pit, we should be able to recruit another Bray shaman, right? Huh, it says I'm at 3 of 3 on Bray shamans. Don't I only have 1? Actually, I was looking at the Lord panel, not the Hero panel. We are at 2 of 2 on Bray. Oh, right, because I have that shaman. We have a shaman way over in the east who's moving toward a quest objective, right? I want to get a caster for Morgur, because Malagor himself is a caster, and obviously Torox has one. I would like to have magic in each army, but I guess that's a thing we'll have to build toward. Okay, it would cost us 500 to raise our recruitment cap for Bray Shamans this way, 500 dread, or... No, in fact, the recruitment building does not increase capacity at all. The only way to do it is 500 dread. Well, okay then. I suppose that is how we will do it then. All right, so let's have everybody move southward. I don't know exactly where we're headed to yet, but we can creep south while continuing to recruit with this force. And we definitely need to upgrade like your basic building. So we don't have a ton of money left. Do I want to push your pelt totem up? Probably not, right? If we're gonna unlock the Bestigors and stuff, maybe they should go in Malagor's army, just because at the moment, he has the least useful stuff. You got a lot of like really, really crummy troops in this army. And we will continue to have a lot of really crummy troops, because we do not have any other options. Malagor was the one who kind of wanted the Harpies, right? Didn't we... Yeah, the Crow Father enjoys having a flying unit around. Okay. I guess we'll plan to recruit to 19, and then we'll take on... I guess we'll recruit to 20. That's way too many archers. Ah, whatever. And we'll just do a swap with Torox when he catches up. Which probably ought to be pretty quick. In fact, I can do it right now. Here's some Harpies for you. Yeah, when Torox is in raid mode, actually, remarkably fast. I guess give me a unit of crappy spears? Crappy archers? Really? A 5-point bestial rage penalty for exchanging a single unit. Ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff. Alright, Morgur needs to probably... There we go. Use the beast paths. So all we got to do is set upon this army before it's able to develop very much. More than that, I think... I'm sure they won't recruit very many troops over the one turn they have left here. And Ak the Rat Eater is, remarkably, like, conscious and present on the world map. Can you believe it? What a change of pace for him. All right, where do we need to get to? Gisaru is where? Over here. All right, well, I'm just going to try to issue that as one long movement order. Can I do that? It's not drawing an arrow. It is chugging terribly as I attempt to issue the order. I'm going to try just right-clicking in the area and let's see what happens. Okay, he accepted it as an order. He is moving. Okay, apparently he thinks the fastest way to do that is going to be to go around to the north and up through the mountain pass here. And all right, I'm choosing to trust that. So I don't think we are going to upgrade this again because we need almost all of this money to upgrade the basic melee recruitment building in this herd. And so with that, I think we are good to just keep moving forward. So the ancient city of Quintex, can I? Nope, I can't really check during my turn. All right, we can probably fast forward the enemy turn here. The Dark Elves have decided to declare war on the Heralds of Ariel now that we have got them down to a single army and settlement. Tremendous amount of bravery on the part of our allies here. Yep, everybody's getting in on it. The moment you look weak, right? Okay, so what did you recruit? You got... It's not even clear what you recruited. You got something. Let's attack the army that's standing outside the settlement first. Because this way, my plan there was, this way all of the enemies will have to come in as reinforcements, and so we'll have a tremendously superior position at the beginning of the battle. The game is telling me that this will still result in the death of many, many, many of my units. And the fact is, we could auto-resolve that, or we could manually resolve that one, and I bet we could, in fact, get a better outcome, but not better enough that it would be worth the time we would spend doing it, I think. Do we even want the replenishment? I guess just take the slaughtered captives bonus. Apparently I defeated the Sisters of Twilight in that battle. Were they one of the lords? I didn't even notice them. Well, okay. Again, not a very good buff, sadly, for our lords. We don't have a lot of missile attacks. And then we could give it a loot and raise. I probably just raise in advance, right? I need movement and replenishment way more than I need the other stuff that was on offer there. So you are merely level 7. I was gonna get chaos spawn buffs, right? Because you naturally have some chaos spawn stuff in here. Okay. So yeah, let's take all of the buffs that apply to chaos spawn, and then we'll just fill this army with spawn. Do I want to... Yeah, I guess we better start moving around. I was kind of thinking, hey, if we press south, maybe we could just beast path under the mountain, but no, that is far too great of a distance. All right, let's start rebuilding all of those lost units. Should definitely get us a chaos spawn. I need to build the actual Centaur buildings in this herd. We'll get there. So the Bleakhold Fortress is unsettleable, right, because it was in range of the Herdstone. Okay, then I guess we just push past it. For the moment, Malagor is my scout. Yeah, because Ak is not going to be able to reach anywhere near as far south. So how tough are you looking exactly? Morathi and the Cult of Pleasure read as being quite a bit more powerful than us. How many settlements do you have in total? 6? Okay, so this is just like one tiny outpost. These are the other Dark Elf faction. This is the Nagarond faction. Her stuff, I have no idea where the rest of her stuff is. Well, it may not be worth going to war with her over the ancient city of Quintex. We probably will just run past that on our way toward more tightly gathered hunting grounds. Boy, this is all bright red. Owned by Tyrannoc, huh? Oh, right, because I have a... No, wait, why is that all bright red? I don't know. That's weird. I guess is the answer. Okay, I am, in fact, going to put us back in... Oh, shoot, no, we're in Juggernaut raiding stance. I moved us so we would have 10% movement left. Oh, no, yeah, we're okay. Apparently it's fine, even if it's 10% of that stance's movement, which is not equivalent to 10% of the normal movement rate. Here, we'll go ahead and recruit this so that we can pass it over to the other army when they catch up. And hooray! Minotaur buffs slowly start trickling in. No, it is, in fact, you. You are getting... Oh, that's... I thought we had seen that upgrade and it was much more expensive than that. Okay, it's way more expensive for him. Why is this 5,600 for you? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy about it. I'm overjoyed, but I'm not 100% clear on why we are receiving such a massive... Oh, okay. Horde building cost down 25% is something. That doesn't cover the whole difference we saw there, though, right? That was like a 50% discount. You being able to summon Chaos Spawn is not like... That's not really what we're after. What is this up here? Ah, that's the Jabberslythe building. So what do these upgrades do? Shatterstone and even more Shatterstone. That's not terrible. Is there any other economic type stuff that might be fun? Because, you know, with this being the army that gets the upgrades for cheap. Vile Entropy and Touched by the Moon, which we do not, unfortunately, get to know ahead of time what they do. I mean, I guess it makes sense to just go ahead and do the big upgrades here if it's going to be this cheap. We should probably also take the Dread per turn upgrade. Okay, I think we're pretty happy with everything here. We do need to get the Dark Omen into a fight somewhere, though. And slowly. Ever so slowly. Well, I would be very annoyed if they managed to follow my agent around. I bet what's going to happen here is they're going to follow our agent all the way up until the moment we're like right at the border of the place we need to be, and then they're going to get the wound off. It's just a feeling I have. A defensive alliance. You would give me 1,600 favor. I am not interested in alliances, but maybe I should have taken that and just, you know, ignored it. Like, our diplomatic reliability does not matter, right? I could have just taken that and then broken the alliance as soon as it would have mattered. So we've encountered Sildrator, and I am not necessarily opposed to just killing Sildrator.
But do not think you are safe.
They are not particularly close friends with the other more powerful Dark Elves or anything. So Arnheim itself is worth absolutely nothing. Wow, Hexoatl is held by Norskins, it looks like. Also, this probably shouldn't be the case. It probably shouldn't be that I can click on a settlement and then get a bunch of information out in the shadows. It's probably not the intended functionality there. But if Hexoatl is currently held by Norskins, that means it won't have its walls up. Okay, new plan. We are going to Hexoatl just as fast as we can possibly get there. So what is the best way to do that? It's probably to sail. Can we just get in the water here? Sorry, I'm trying to click on... There we go. Because if you don't specifically tell the game to put you in the water, it will always try to plot routes. It will try to plot routes that do not change whether you are in water or not. So if you're in the water, it will do sea routes, and if you're on land, it'll do land routes. I think we're gonna push for Hexawater really fast. And that means Malagor is unfortunately just gonna suffer from some bestial rage problems. We can cause some casualties in order to restore some rage. I don't. It's fine. We're fine. Alright, you get in the water, and you should probably do some of this. Or do some of... There we go. I don't know why he refused to move the first time. So we have a skill point on the shaman who is just running to, here. I guess max out this spell. And then run! Hopefully he will generally travel a greater distance than he did last turn. Actually, it looks like he didn't do anything this turn. Did me leveling him up reset his movement order? It shouldn't have, but I bet that is in fact what happened. Boy, I gotta tell you, I am very surprised to see how poorly the Forces of Order are doing over here on the west side of the map. Like, obviously I have a part to play in that, right? I'm not helping things. But even so, it is wild to see it's wild to see Hexawaddle fall to such a minor faction. Where on earth is Kisaru on this map? Aha. Alright, go forth. Figure it out, little dude. He's working on it. So we probably don't care about playing defense, right? Like, if the Herdstone goes down, who cares? It doesn't remove any of our ruination or... Yeah, I think that's just not how we do things. So let us advance. I'm debating having the hero do something else. It doesn't feel to me like pressing toward Hexawaddle with the hero makes a lot of sense. Maybe I should send this hero over to Elftown. We'll sail over to Ulthuan and start getting a sense of what the situation is over there, because we do need to deal with it at some point. Oh, I am not allowed to use full sail. Apparently, beastmen, not great sailors. To be perfectly honest with you, I am a tiny bit surprised it let me get in the ocean in the first place. I don't know why you get so little movement. Alright, weapon strength up for big units. Missile resistance for... just Gorgons and Giants. That's unfortunate. Well, the ability to Vanguard deploy Minotaurs is fine, I guess. I'm going to take the weapon strength buff. Honestly, I don't think any of those improvements are very compelling. So yeah, you can see the whole map over here is just sort of like chaos, corrupted, and on fire. Apparently the lizard men have been having a hard time finding a foothold. We may be able to just have this be a Torox thing and have the other two armies like move eastward or something. That lord that we fired is ready to be recruited again, which is wild that he thinks that that's a thing that might happen. Oh, there's a reef over here, which is annoying. Okay, I was gonna say there's a settlement down here somewhere. I was planning to sharpen my my momentum on something. We do have to find the thing first. All right, how are you gonna get on land? I'm gonna have Malagor sail around this side. Hold on, there are tiny little spots here where we are not suffering attrition. Or at least where it doesn't have the attrition cursor on anymore. Now, I guess maybe we just gotta stay out of that region for right now. Because there's another settlement over here that Skiggy must also hold. So I'm thinking we'll just we'll hit him in multiple spots at once. You know, prolonged military exposure is not necessarily a great thing for us. We really want to show up, declare war, burn down everything of value, and then get out of there. So let's watch for when Skeggy goes by here this time. I'm curious how strong they are relative to us. Because if they only have like 1 or 2 armies, we can just bowl them over. All right, they went by pretty quick. I guess we'll check the other way. Diplomacy thing. Where is the Norscan factions? There we go. Okay, they're strength rank 44 in the world. We are strength rank 5. They hold things that are strategically valuable to us and things that are tactically valuable to us, which is a rough combination for them. You don't want to be that valuable. I wonder how long this region's going to be stormed for. You know, maybe just get out of the water. We'll figure out what we want to do once we're on land. So getting into and out of water costs a ton of movement. It will almost always end your turn. Unless you do so at a friendly port. Sadly, of course, we do not have a friendly port at all, nor will we ever. All right, get up on land here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so those are dark elves wielding the Sword of Cain, the powerful magical elf sword. That's not exactly ideal. And sadly, it looks like my momentum's going to wear off 1 turn before I would be able to attack that city. So we're going to have to restart our ambush progress all over again. Once again, this would be less of a problem if the forces of order were holding their stuff together a little bit better. The fact that we keep showing up and everybody's already dead is really putting a cramp in my style. Also, y'all, I don't like to complain, but it is so damn hot in this room. I cannot wait for for summer to be over. For winter to be forever. I just want to move to a part of the world where it's never summer. Is that so much to ask? The grantor of savage hate demands more slaughter. All right, I'm trying. I am doing my best on the more slaughter thing. So what I want to do is roll up on the Ziggurat of Dawn and just hit them. Just have at them immediately.
They also be puppets.
So
but the
I'm going to declare war. All right, give me... Pop up on the coast, and all right. Cool. That means we get to maintain some momentum. Obviously, very easy battle. The Norskins are a little bit different than the other forces that we have fought so far, but a lot of sort of like poorly armored melee troops. They have a lot of spears and stuff, which in theory could make them good against Minotaurs. All right, we did it. We made it to our rampage. Got access to another regiment of renown, which we will definitely put in a different army. So, where am I at now? We got... You know, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And then we'll be all done with that line, and I don't know exactly where we'll go from there. You are very close to a very important level. So, when your non-legendary characters hit level 20, they can gain immortality. They just get wounded and removed from the map for 5 turns instead of dying. Obviously, that's tremendously valuable on your high-level spellcasters. Take a moment here and just replenish. Can you hit Nolosi this turn? I'm not 100% sure that you'll be able to take it down. I am going to kick this dude out, and we're going to grab this this unit of Korok's Man Rippers. Look at those stats. 37 attack, 42 defense. That's tolerable. Look at how tolerable that is. 16 bonus versus large is kind of cool, I guess. Not terribly relevant in the immediate moment. But yeah, go lay claim to Skeggy if we can. A Pyrrhic victory with high casualties. Well, you know what? Most of those units don't matter even the tiniest little bit. Oh, wait. Let me assign my banners. Plus melee attack to you. And this one lowers the leadership of nearby flying units. Make our harpies into an anti-flying unit. Wait a minute. Weren't the harpies going to survive before I put that on them? Yes. For some reason, these harpies will die if they carried the Scarecrow banner into combat. Well, then I guess they won't do that. What on earth is going on inside the battle calculator? Here we can probably just loot and raise. This army is unlikely to join battle again anytime soon. And I know that means we gotta sit down for a second, but it's fine. Oh, you know what? Should I have set up... I was thinking we would set up a Herdstone at Hexawaddle. Maybe I should have set up a Herdstone at the Ziggurat of Dawn. We could have picked up Skeggy and Hexawaddle really quickly, and then... The thing is, yeah, Hexawaddle's going to let us reach south, which is really nice. Yeah, I probably did that wrong. Wasn't thinking ahead enough. Alright, do you want to become the Doom of Mankind? Minus 20% cost for all spells. You know, when you put it that way, that is kind of compelling. Or we could reduce enemy leadership in the same region and eventually... Interesting. He has an ability that removes immune to psychology for enemy units. He can strike fear into the fearless by making them not so fearless anymore. You get a lot of harpy nonsense. I mean, the harpies are still going to be really bad, though. I kind of love this. Let's work on something wicked this way comes. Okay, there's no longer a storm going on here, so you know what? Morgur, why don't you go search this out? What have we discovered? Landing on a small island, your warriors stumble upon an encampment. Debris and spilled accoutrements suggest the original incumbents left in a hurry. Then, a roar pierces the air. Something is coming. I guess we probably want battle buffs, right? Found some delicious mushroom stew. We have been cursed with cannibalism. That's definitely a thing that was already happening. So regeneration on this army for 10 turns. And we've received a Totem of Rust. Minus 7 armor for all enemies around the equipped unit. That seems pretty cool. Do I want to have Ock just start picking on elves? Because, like, we could probably assassinate this one. Yeah, why not? Hooray, we did it. And he got plus movement range. Okay, so when you assassinate another hero, there are two similar but meaningfully different abilities for getting rid of enemy heroes from the map. Some heroes have the wound ability. When you succeed at wound, like it says in the name, it wounds them, takes them off the map for 5 turns. They got to recover. Very similar to what has happened to Ock several times. If your hero has the assassinate ability instead, on a normal success with assassinate, they just wound the target in exactly that same way. But if you get a critical success, you can permanently kill the opposing hero. And, you know, it does make a difference, especially in the early game before people have a lot of immortality to go around. So I definitely do want to get this upgrade. We need more Minotaurs. I mean, the upgrade I need more than anything else here is this one, which we cannot afford, even with the impressive discount. So I think we're going to save favor for that for the moment. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Alright, so you didn't actually need to replenish. Yeah, you're going to be fine. I have no idea where Skeggy's army is. My suspicion, based on the balance of power bar we saw, was that they have one pretty good army or two smaller, two probably pretty large, but like kind of weakly appointed armies. I don't think they have access to a lot of their like high tier units yet. So as long as we can capture them under our favored circumstances, I think it should be no problem at all for us to finish them off quickly. But yeah, I should definitely put down a herdstone. I feel very silly not having done that. A new training regimen for your heroes teaches them to veil their intent beneath a sheen of civility. Who is going to buy into that? Chances of successful hero actions have now improved. I think that text makes a lot more sense when you are playing as anyone other than the Beastmen. So let's have Torox approach here. We'll just scout out. Okay, so we definitely want to hit Hexawaddle before we hit Port Reaver, or maybe we hit Port Reaver. They resettled Skeggy. Man, a lot of the stuff around here... Oh, you know what? I was about to say, a lot of the stuff around here is just destroyed ruins, but actually, we're far enough south into this jungle now that what we may be seeing here actually is Skaven. Places that are settled by the Skaven will appear to be ruins until they are investigated, and the Skaven build all of their stuff, like, underground, stealthily. So, I think I am going to make Port Reaver the herdstone. I think that makes more sense, because I don't really want to go back up and attack Fallen Gates. So can you do that this turn? You cannot. You will instead be very stealthy. Malagor needs to move up into support position as best we can. We have a lot of dread, and I do not know what I want to do with it. I guess we're talking about setting up a herdstone. Do I want to buy herdstone upgrades? We could jump up to level 3. So that'll give us a little bit more immediate defense and the ability to level up the herdstone buildings the rest of the way. I don't know if there's any real benefit. It feels like the benefit of being level 4 is a lot less than the benefit of being level 3. Because, like, I really do want to be able to max out those buildings. Maybe if a herdstone's level 4 or higher, it has access to additional buildings or something. Alright, do we want to threaten Skeggy? I guess I'm gonna make landfall. We'll see what happens. I can't believe they resettled it right in front of us. You know, it's rude is what it is. Don't know what they're all thinking. Okay, so Torox will rescue his momentum here. Oh, you know what? Another thing that I should be thinking about, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. Now that we have 3 armies, 4 battles in a single turn is looking like pretty doable. So we should be wary of opportunities to do that, because obviously this is still awesome. We are getting to the point where we can recruit more Minotaurs. Let's go ahead and take the Kalkengard Larder. Pity the poor defenders of Kalkengard, hung from its trees and ruined rocky spires as meat for hungry Minotaurs. Again, just in case you forgot what the morality of the situation was. So hold on a second. Have the Dark Elves basically, like, conquered all of Ulthuan? We should go get eyes on Lothern, potentially. I need to know what state this is in before we decide about conquering. Oh, right. I forgot we still have a herdstone down here. I will not, in fact, be upgrading that herdstone. Nor this one, because it's going to cost favor, right? Oh, no, never mind. It has no cost at all. Then I guess I will. Seems like the AI is content to just leave me this one. The ritual was already completed here, so even if we had an army over here, we couldn't use it to expand. I don't know what the AI was doing. But it doesn't matter. Alright, so new herdstone at Port Reaver, and then just very quickly, all of the burning things down. I believe the next ruination threshold does give us another point of army capacity. I'm not sure if we'll take it or not, because I'm not sure if we'll immediately really make use of it or not, because, like, what are we even going to do with another army? We can have just 20 units of Ungor spearmen show up as backup to every battle. Just like hunt down our tired enemies. But we are definitely stretched very thin on like real unit capacity. Oh hey, the moon's doing stuff again. So healing or bestial rage. It's probably movement, right? Yeah, let's go for campaign movement range. Ah, Skeggy has brought their army back to roost here. And in fact, they brought another army in here as well. So these Marauder champions, you can see 85 armor is actually a pretty significant value. 44 attack on 61 defense. Like, these are real units. These are a little scary. They also have some ogres. Interesting. Well, maybe it's about time for us to have some ogres too, I suppose. Not that they're gonna do an amazing job in this army. Why is your movement range so compressed? Oh, it's probably just because, yeah, you're inside of the movement zone of another player's settlement. How tough is Sildrator?
Choose your words.
We look very mighty relative to Sildrator. They're at war with Tyrannok, and I guess it's not really going that well. I don't even know where Tyrannok's armies are. I'm just thinking we may we may in fact burn Skeggy in a second here. So let's have you run down and siege this up. We'll bring Malagor over for reinforcements, obviously. Why fight fair when we can fight bloody? We'll get out of encampment mode then. Okay, there we go. A little bit more decisive. Let's just roll on through these Norskins. I think I want to do... Oh, right, Hearthstone. I almost forgot again. Did you see it? Did everybody see me almost forget again? Okay. Unlocked a new set of challenges. Dominate the world, apparently. Miscast chance down, magic reserves up. I mean, that's fine. So let's have you... Oh no, you spent all of your movement. You can't go into hidden encampment mode. Well, how are we going to create an ambush now? So you are effectively sitting inside of the friendly garrison, or the friendly herdstone, and as such, you are allowed to recruit. So let's do some of that. I definitely want to pull in these great weapon minotaurs, so specifically good against other large units. And then we have access to giants and manticores, and I don't know that this army is the place for those, but because this is where the recruitment structure is, we'll pull them in and then we'll hand them out to the other factions. So I think for the moment, let's just disband some of the Ungor herdsmen. All this stuff in, and everybody come and get it. And I guess you, right, you can't recruit, so, do we want to hit Skeggy? Skeggy is worth 0 domination because it's a settlement that was just refounded. And attacking them does leave me open to more backstabs. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. We don't need to start a fight with these dark elves. Okay, so the Lothern faction does still exist. They probably are holding on to it, although who knows for how long. Once again, the forces of order in this area do not quite seem to have their acts together. Alright, so, fueled by blood, speed up and vigor loss down for all of the units in the army. Probably the right move. There's just some extra leadership stuff. Bonus armor piercing damage. Yeah, let's take fueled by blood. We never, ever get tired of just murdering the entire hell out of everyone. And you are so close. I'll be extremely bummed out if Braebner gets killed in this coming turn or two. Oh hey, we got ourselves a little we did in fact get ourselves a little port. We have bestial landings. And room for 2 buildings. Fancy. In that case, let's go ahead and take the replenishment rate and then also... Do they have walls down in Swamp Town? No. I mean, that makes sense. It's a swamp. I guess I just want to take the thing that slows down enemy armies in the area. I think that ought to be pretty good. So we have a 19-unit garrison on top of these 2 armies. They're not going to try anything this turn. Do we want to do some building upgrades? Maybe want to start building another one of these things? Somebody's eventually got to build the Jabberslythe building. You know what? I guess I'm going to start work on a Giant's Lair because we're going to want to recruit Gorgons again soon. We do have an extra Gorgon capacity. And slowly but surely, think of all the things we're going to learn about the world out here. All these factions we're going to encounter and then completely ignore for the next 100 turns. I mean, it's a good idea to have a little bit of a sense of what's going on over in the East, since we do have a campaign objective over here. We're going to have to pay attention at some point. Torox the Builder, as he is well known. So, Hexoatl. It is a 13-unit garrison, no walls because the Norskins don't believe in them. And it has a garrison inside the city that is currently tired.
No.
They're just standing there in march mode. What is the actual garrison of this settlement? They got some trolls, they got some dogs, various types of shirtless Norskins with axes. There's a lot of axes and not a lot of shirts going around in that faction. Boy, these upgrades, they're a little harsh. I'm going to take him, but that's a lot of favor. We kind of need Torox to get over here and continue pushing, because our momentum is constantly threatening to fall to 0. Once again, we're just going to keep Malagor in tow here, because this is the only way Malagor is going to be able to get XP right now. His army is not quite in position to do any actual fighting. Did I move just a little too far? Oh no, right, I can't hidden encampment because I'm within vision of another player's armies. Well, that'll be different soon. Yeah, we're just gonna roll over them. It's just a lot of infantry dudes in armor. Not a particularly interesting fight. We will absolutely loot and raise. Great, excellent, double great news. So do we want to... Right now, all we're getting out of Something Wicked This Way Comes is the -5 enemy leadership. Do I want to grab some of this stuff and start working toward Mantle of Crows to enact my unending flock of doom? Or do I want to grab this ability first, which is pretty fun? No, I kind of like Infinite Crows Forever. So... Yeah, sure, we'll just make you the dumb harpy army, I guess. It feels tremendously silly. But I guess his army composition right now doesn't make a lot more sense, so so it's Malagor's army is the one that we want to upgrade to Chaos Spawn. And then we may as well do this because it's cheap to do that in your army. Aurochs could start building something new, but we probably just want to save. How's your army looking? You know, they're in pretty okay shape. I was going to hand over the Manticore and the Centaurs. We can do that. That shouldn't be a problem. So you should take this unit. And in exchange, I will take definitely not a unit of Chaos Spawn. What do I take? Some bad dogs? Probably. And, like, do I want to give you a giant? I probably want to put the giant in the other army, right? The other army is the one that really needs help right now. So, yeah, maybe next turn we'll make that trade. Also, Torox has hit level 20. So we don't really need to pick up any more red line skills, right? Nothing else has hit. I guess the archers are getting pretty close to gold ranks, but no, there's not really a reason to pick up any more of this stuff. Melee defense and ward save for the Lord, +5 defense for all Minotaur units. I'm more inclined to lean offensive, obviously. That's probably the right move. And then, yeah, I guess we just move south. You're doing everything you can do. You're doing everything you can do. Guess that's not actually true. You can build buildings for very, very cheap. And you can also recruit just a huge number of harpies, which I guess I will do. Do we want to dismiss anything else for more harpies? I think I'm going to leave it like this for now. That's probably enough. 5 units, you think? Alright, Ak, get me vision. Okay, here's Tyrannok. Tyrannok's trying to step up to something. Oh, he can't quite see it. But yeah, Eatane must hold it, right? Because they still have all this territory. They're not looking super ready for defense, though, honestly. A lot of half-size armies around here. Well, I'm not opposed to the Dark Elves getting a hold of it before we come over and then take it from them. I think that works out just fine for us in the long run. Ulrich is kind of getting there. Someday I believe we will finally arrive. Provided, again, we do not get sniped by an assassin at the border. Oh, they're following me. They know. They're waiting for their opportunity. Whenever it will be most heartbreaking, that is when we will strike. Oh, Tyrannok was destroyed. Well, concerns, perhaps.
Oh, mighty Lord, the fates have surely selected.
It's true, we are out here winning all of these battles. The Tomb King's faction has done a thing over there. Okay, a thing I do not need to care about. Our next chapter objective is to complete a Great Herdstones upgrade. Is that the next one up? Oh no, that's the top one. Okay. So I guess that's where we should be headed the next time we need an infusion of cash. I do not think that this is a thing we need to be, like, terribly stressed about immediately. 3,000 and 3,000. Those are rough values. I do appreciate that the AI is building up Skeggy for us a little bit. Make it so that it's actually worth my time when I come over there and take it. So we definitely want Swamp Town. I also want somebody to come down here and investigate Maku Peaks and see if it's actually empty or if it is just a sneaky Ratman settlement. What? I'm being told that I have 9% movement range, even though that is definitely not the number that was represented on the bar. Do I want to run across the border and just raid? Probably not. What I really want is for one or more of those armies to leave, and they will not do it if they think I'm right here ready to conquer. And as we approach them, this is probably time to go ahead and pop the rampage bonus. So, hold on. Let me set you into encampment. Is there anything that we like desperately need to purchase? What else is on Morger's? Okay, Centaurs, Chaos Spawns, Jabber Slides, of course. Is there anything else that is mentioned in your abilities? Okay. No, we've sort of got where we're going in terms of recruitment buildings. The only recruitment building we really need is that one, which I guess means it's time to do this upgrade. Those are very expensive. Okay, and Lothern has a great big ridiculous army. We're gonna end up at war against Eataine at some point here. I think I'm just gonna have our hero start sharpening his weapon against them. In addition to like percentage chance to succeed bonuses that you're given by your skills and your equipment and stuff, the hero's level plays a very significant part in whether or not you succeed at a hero action. So just making sure to keep leveling them up is really important. And once again, we do have an awful lot of... Do I want to like bump up my Chaos Spawn recruit limits? I guess we don't have a lot of the Chaos Spawn buffs anyway. Not yet. New Horde armies come in with better stuff. Doesn't really seem all that relevant. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll worry about upping our unit caps later. And then I still don't really have enough money to buy any items, because you sure go through Dark Favor quickly. Alright, we can see goblin armies out here doing a lot of very good work against the dwarves. That Fester spike there is definitely Skaven territory. Looks like Eataine is... this is the thing that happens here sometimes. As things start to get a little bit dire on Ulthuan, when the Dark Elves or whoever shows up, all of the elf factions just sort of glom together into one big elf ball. Yeah, just keep being an annoyance. This is going to build up a ton of negative diplomatic feeling, as you might imagine. But it's hard to imagine it mattering. No, it's just empty. Huh. Well, I guess as long as we're here, we may as well search the ruins. Oh, these ones. I'm super... My record with these is super great. Throughout the world, the Old Ones left vast troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. To prevent such power falling into the wrong hands, they placed wards and cryptographic locks over them. As millennia have passed, these wards have weakened, but the arcane locks remain. To access the treasure, solve the puzzle. The Old Ones believed that alignment is all. So I don't actually understand how these work. Clearly, we're supposed to line up the colored lines such that we get unbroken lines coming out of the middle and leading to symbols on the outside, but I don't know if we can rotate the middle part, or just the middle part, or just the outer part, or if we're allowed to rotate both of them. If we just eyeball this, it looks to me like the red lines aren't going to match up. If we were to rotate this red thing over so like this leads into here, these are not the right distance apart to match up with those. The blue lines look like that's the same. If we just like rotated this to match there, this would match that, and then this would be pointed over here. So it is the yellow lines that matter. Currently, the yellow lines are pointed at triangle and 3 mushrooms, and I have no idea what to make of that, which is not one of the options here. So if we imagine rotating the yellow thing, like this ends up down here, and it goes like, so it's down a little bit and then right to, so 3 mushrooms. This looks feasible because these 2 yellow bits are 2 apart and they would be up here somewhere. So it could be pointing there and there and there. Puzzle failed. Apparently, that's not it. We're definitely going to continue to have difficulty with those until I actually know what the question they're asking is. But alternatively, the rewards from searching ruins are so poor that we probably will not do another one, so it's unlikely to matter very much. I will say I do not much like this approach. With them... Swamp Town itself has, like, no garrison, but with them having 2 full armies sitting nearby...
The nation calls.
Well, you know, they're not very impressive armies, are they? So actually, they have about 40 total units, and I have about 40 total units. Since their armies are, in fact, not quite full size. So maybe we do just push them? Do I want to do any recruiting, any changes here? We could take a turn and rebalance and then just have at them. Sadly, I don't believe Malagor is going to be able to make it back to provide reinforcements on this next turn. But if we don't attack him next turn, I'm going to lose my momentum. And nothing, yeah, none of these will help me maintain that momentum. I'm inclined to take this. We'll declare it a horrific onslaught, and hopefully the onslaught buff will persist, even if the other thing doesn't. And then I'm gonna try something. We're gonna make an attempt at cleverness here. I'm gonna step over here and raid you. Give me your dollars. We're going to have Torox right in front of you and invisible, but I want to make sure that he's in the region with Swamp Town so that the debuff is applying to them. And then I'm going to declare war on Swamp Town, but pass the turn. So they will see a single, not all that impressive army raiding their territory, think that they can outnumber us, and just run forward into the ambush.
The land provides all I need.
Is that actually going to work? I don't know. In theory, they did just see me execute these moves right in front of them. I don't know if the AI really plays like that, where they actually see what you do during your turn. I don't think they do. Let's see. Let's find out. All right, well, we're on the correct side of the mountains now, at least. We're really not that many turns away from Gisaru. I think we're going to make it. Maybe. I said that, and then I was immediately like, but you know what? We're in Athaloran now, where all of the hostile elves are. If this thing is going to go wrong anywhere, this right here is where it will happen. Oh, it looks like they fell directly into the ambush exactly as we expected they would. Hold on. Will it actually let me... Will it actually show this as a real ambush battle? I hope so. Show me the map. Oh, it's keeping us in suspense. There we go. That looks like a proper ambush. Okay. We get to see our giant in action. That's right. I was going to pass the giant over into that other army. Well, you know what? For the purposes of this brilliant trap, it's probably better I didn't. So what they were trying to do there is move one army into position close enough to have reinforcement distance, and then move the other army up to fight. But that first army moving into position got caught out by the ambush. And so now we will have a massive numerical advantage. So you can see they're in marching mode. Our second army will be coming in from there. I don't think we need to gamble on 15. 15 feels like a fine start. Let's get our Minotaurs just right into their ranged, I think. No reason to do anything else there. What else do they have? Just like basic spears and swords? Oh, this is going to go terribly for them. And then their lord up front is just... Yep. Where's their lord? Wait. Maybe he's a stealth unit or something? He might be a stealth unit. If he's a huntsman general, then he'll be up here, but he'll be invisible until we get close to him. So we don't really want the biggest monsters to get attacked by the spears, but if we play far enough forward, we can have them fight there. Unfortunately, this army is actually just not great against spears. All of our good melee units are large, and as such will suffer the penalties. But what we can do is have a lot of arrows coming down on those spears from the moment the battle starts. So I do want to put us in position here where we are charging them from both sides. Let's put the giant and the boars over here. Does that... Well, actually, their deployment zone stretches like all the way to the wall. The boars we definitely don't want to charge into spears. The giant, honestly, probably can do so without it being too dangerous. And then we have this feral manticore, who I'm going to put over here and figure out what we want to do with him later. So the feral manticore is a great big flying unit, and look at him. Doesn't he look like just the best cuddler? Here's what our giant looks like. Suitably gross and imposing. Alright. Let's do the thing. Let's really embarrass us some swamp towners, shall we? So y'all just pick a unit and go. We'll have the manticore drop in on one of them. Boars, and I mean, let's see if they just let me completely take them over like this. And then I really want to make sure that we are matching our bad spear unit up against their bad spear unit everywhere that we can, and our good melee units can fight their swords very easily. And I should probably control group y'all, like I said. Shoot spears. Who did I leave over here? Oh, that's right. This army has a unit of poison dogs. Okay. You do what you gotta do. Do I even want to summon a Cygor for this battle? I mean, yes, of course I do. What am I talking about? Of course I do. To be perfectly honest with you, though, we may want to put this Cygor into melee attack mode. I'm gonna melee commit him. Yep, there he is. There's the huntsman general. Hey, Torox, go to that man. Sort of anti-heroes. Wow. Really broke his morale basically instantly. Set him on fire. Okay. All y'all, just get up here. As you might imagine, their archers not doing so well under the Minotaur charge. In fact, they've all broken already. I was gonna make a big explosion happen. It's not even really that valuable. He's having a hard time getting the explosion off because I forgot how short the range on that spell is. Here we go. There it is. Okay, he made that army surrender. He made that unit surrender. That's something. Let's turn y'all around. Torox just forgot to keep attacking, it looked like. He had turned around and was just standing there. Buddy, you gotta do the work. If we want to kill the enemies, we gotta do the work. Reinforcements are on their way. Let's get the giant over here. You can just wade in. Once again, I'm just gonna melee mode this Cygor. Okay. All the fast-moving enemies, or all the archers are done. All the fast-moving units can just get back over here. Their huntsman general is getting totally ruined by Torox. Now in full retreat. Can't even see... There we go. There he is. Somehow he yet lives. Torox, you're embarrassing us. Kill him. Morgar, you want to help? No, Morgar's just going to watch. I will say this. I'm impressed with how long their melee have withstood this horrible, horrible position they find themselves in, especially considering that, you know, they were suffering under an extra leadership penalty from the rampage. Like, I was expecting that. I was expecting them to fold basically instantly as soon as the charges hit. And they stuck around for a little while. The archers folded instantly, but the rest of them stuck around for a while. All right, so we're racking up some good kills on our other minotaurs, working hard toward getting them to those gold ranks. Giant didn't really get a lot done. I am noticing that more than in the past, it seems like our units just kind of forget that they're supposed to be fighting very easily. We're gonna have to do a lot more babysitting people and like telling them to actually manually right-clicking on enemies they are adjacent to, apparently. Because it was very strange that Torox stopped fighting the enemy lord and just stood within 3 feet of him and watched him shoot arrows at us for a while. So obviously, now that this has happened, their other army is not also going to come forward. Is it worth taking the replenishment? It's certainly not worth taking the favor. And we don't need the captive, or we don't need the bestial rage, so yeah, let's devour the captives and get a little bit of replenishment. I do feel like the camera could stay focused on the place where the battle was, maybe. And they are, in fact, trying to wound my hero. They failed, but they're trying. Yes, ambushes. We did enough ambushes to unlock that challenge tree, which is cool. Torox got another level up, so let's grab Blood Caller. And here is Helmut Nussbacker desperately retreating into the trees. So anything to get me out of here, please. Alright, let's just move up next to that. Let Torox do the actual attacking so that we can continue to build momentum. We're going to lose that garbage unit and nothing else. Fine by me. Ooh, I think we can take a moment here. So Torox has maxed out the superior attacker trait. +4 leadership for the entire army as long as you're attacking seems pretty significant. Oh, that's a shame. We can't quite reach him. Well, what we can do is just have both of the armies kind of disappear and hope that the AI makes some questionable decisions based on the fact that they think they're safe. It might happen. It could happen. And then, like, maybe I just go ahead and hit the ritual now. I think I'm going to hit the ritual now. I know it's not a very good ritual, but I don't think we're going to get any better. And that means that we can, in fact, buy an upgrade to our Minotaur numbers. Minotaurs with shields and normal Minotaurs. And then Minotaurs with shields again. And we could use this moment of downtime to reshape Torox's army a little bit. So I think I'm just going to drop all of the Ungor. Let's go more shielded Minotaurs, and then these Chaos Warhounds are not doing anything for me. There we go. A very Minotaur-heavy composition, and the Ungor with shields can just bounce over to somebody else's army, somebody who needs them a little bit more desperately. And now that you're immortal, I am going to finish out spells. I would like to have the full power version of all of our spells, if possible. Oh, hey, that's only 19 of 20. I miscounted somewhere. Oh, no, that's right. A unit in the army died. We are a tiny fraction of a level off of having access to another Minotaur unit, but I guess for the moment I'll just, yeah, take a normal spearman herd. What is Bloodlust? Okay, that seems fine. That seems not exciting, but fine. Get some more points of freakish mutations, and then honestly, your stuff probably ought to change up as well. Like, we can probably get rid of both of the Ungor herds. Oh, we are at the cap for Chaos Spawn. What does it cost to up that? Too much, sadly. Well, at the very, we could trade out the Ungor herd for spearmen with shields. Is that actually beneficial? Probably. We have enough axes in this army. We could use some spears. Gives us a little bit of diversity at least. Keep harassing elves. Hooray! He causes fear when fighting high elves. Probably will never happen. He's probably going to be a map action hero for the rest of his life. But I guess it's nice to know we have that option now. So we need to start thinking about the next herdstone. Now, there is a city way down here. The city of Itza is another one of our big objectives. I don't exactly... There's a lot of territory between us and there. But we do also, you know, in addition to, obviously, our burning down our objective cities, we do need to just keep gaining strength. We'll just keep gaining a lot more marks. I'm gonna move way further south because I don't want to make Helmet feel like it's unsafe to move west here. I would love it if he would just wander into our nonsense, right? Do we actually need level 5 on this army? How urgent is that? Because, like... Oh, yeah, we do. That's right. I was gonna recruit the extra Gorgon here. Okay, so that makes sense and is worth doing. We still have a really long way to go on our ruination, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably should not have plotted a route that runs right through Athaloran. In my defense, if you are plotting a route longer than a certain distance, you know, the game doesn't actually show you the arrow anymore. So I kind of didn't realize that that's what I was doing. But this is a really bad idea. This is not the way we should be going here. Aha! A hero attempted to wound us and critically failed. And we have in fact gained, because of so many elves embarrassing themselves, we have gained some defense, which is nice. Uh-oh. The Sword of Cain has been, ooh, it looks like it's been claimed by Eotane probably. So if you defeat the wielder of the Sword of Cain in battle, you get to take it from them. And yep, it has moved over to the High Elves, although apparently at some significant cost. I've made impressive strides in advancing the Warherd toward my own ends, have I? Also, that's nice. I actually don't even know what I just unlocked. Here, spread fear for me there, buddy. I don't know. Dread gained from battles, unnatural order. We have a lot of things we can research now. Yo, we are likely to head for death from the shadows. I think that seems pretty relevant. And Helmut Nussbacher made a move that I cannot understand the thought process behind at all. Why would you move closer to the only army that you can see? What is the utility of this play, my dude? Alright, you know what? I think that's what we're going to call it for today. I have to ponder. I have to sit here and take a moment to determine whether I feel bad for beating up on people whose strategic decision-making is at this level. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to have to find a new target. Somebody else is going to have to go into our slavering maw And honestly, I'm kind of thinking it might be a whole load of ghost pirates. And we'll see you then.